Sláinte! Welcome to a St. Patrick's Day recording of the preview for this week's episode of Now Very Beast, the Iron Maiden podcast about the first 10 years. Not bad. So this week we've ended the Paul Di'Anno years and we've entered the Bruce Dickinson years. Now we're really cooking with fire. Run to the Hills. My daughter's favorite Maiden song. And a hell of a lot of other people's favorite Maiden song. Fantastic cover. This thing is so good. Love it. Absolutely love it. Their first top 10 single. Their second single off the album, the title track, Number of the Beast. Such good stuff. The B-sides are great too. Run to the Hills, the B-side for this was Total Eclipse, which actually should have been on the record. They first decided they were going to put Gangland. It was the first tune they recorded, and they said, that was supposed to be the B-side, and they said, it's too good to be a B-side. It isn't too good to be a B-side. It really should have been a B-side. It shouldn't have made the album, one of the greatest albums of all time. So, on the plus side, it meant that Total Eclipse, which should have been on Number of the Beast, is one of the greatest B-sides of all time. Number of the Beast had an even funnier track that they put on the second half here. Remember Tomorrow. The old first album track, that great song, it was supposed to be the first live recording of Bruce Dickinson to show him off. They still claim that story even to this day. It's complete nonsense. What they did was they took the recording of Paul performing on Maiden Japan and they just had Bruce sing over it. Once you hear that, you can't unhear it. So, anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's just, this stuff is just so good. I mean, I know a lot of people who say like they could kind of never hear Run to the Hills again because they've just heard it at every show. And I understand what that's about. I've felt that way sometimes about some really great songs like Wrathchild. And even though I think The Trooper maybe one of their top 3 best songs of all time, in some ways I'd sort of like to hear them not play it just so I can sneak in another deep album cut at some point. But what can you say? I mean, every time it comes on, that's what I say, on a Friday morning. Oh, if I got to play The Trooper, why don't they do something else? Then when they play The Trooper, I'm not asking for anything else. I'm like, give me more. It's great stuff. Anyway, yeah, other than the rather obvious pun on my shirt, there's really nothing Irish about Maiden that I can think of. The closest I can say is that they have a Scottish connection, or they try to, which is kind of funny. Once you get on later in their 11th album, Virtual 11, which is easily, by several yardsticks, their worst album, they have a song called The Klansman, because Steve Harris never met a movie title that he didn't want to make a song out of, or a movie. So, of course, Braveheart was really big, being the Best Picture winner. So he decides to do a song all about William Wallace and the battle for freedom. Okay, fair enough. The song is kind of a mixture of awesome and embarrassing. There's some great stuff in there going on, kind of a Celtic feel. But then they go, freedom, and it's just like, oh, come on, man. It's really weird. But that's not what's funny about it. What's funny is that they're all English. And I remember getting in somewhat of an argument after the Brave New World tour when they came around and they played Great Woods and Mansfield, whatever they're calling Great Woods these days. And we were all just laughing and laughing because they had played that song, The Klansman. And we just couldn't stop laughing. Like, you're English. You're the bad guys in this story. How can you sing a song about Scottish freedom? You're the bad guys. You're the ones that they were rebelling against. But there are a bunch of people there like, oh, no, no, because they're all working class guys and they blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, okay, not buying it. So to this day, that song makes me go like, I don't know. Anyhow, that's about all I can say. Hope you enjoy the episode. Cheers.